This video is going to outline what the zoo project using vectors is going to accomplish. We've been working with our zoo project where we've created animals, we've created mammals and reptiles, and up to this point we have used arrays or we have used vectors, but that has not allowed us to do what's called really overloading or using polymorphism on the objects. And so what we are going to do in this example, you can see the output here. We have two animals. I fed Enigma 2 pounds of food, and we have an animal report then that ran. And if you notice, we have an animal type 0, which is our mammal, and then the 2 pounds of food were fed. You can see that here. Animal type 1 is a reptile. And what I want you to see is that there's this additional line of information on the reptile when we output the information. So this data is identical here. Animal type, animal, weight, food eaten. But then we have this additional information on reptile. And we accomplish that by reusing or overloading methods from the superclass to the subclass. We also have a total zoo total. And I want you to also notice here, we're going to be talking about when a mammal gets destructed, that it automatically is going to destruct the superclass object, which is an animal, and likewise with a reptile. This is very important in C++ for cleaning up memory. The last thing I want you to notice over here in the code is that the reason that this happens, we have a mammal that destructs then an animal, etc., is that we are using a pointer to an animal. And so this example is going to use pointers. So if you take a look, I'm pointing to an animal, but I've created it as a new mammal and I've created it as a new reptile. And we're going to talk about how we will write the code so that you won't ever actually create an object of the superclass. You're just going to create objects of the subclass, mammal and reptile. And the reason for that, you can see in this comment, is going to be to reduce something called object slicing. So we're not going to lose the functionality or properties in a derived class by accidentally using a superclass object when we really want to work with just the subclass. That's what the series of tutorials is going to take us through in this version 2 of the zoo project.